This is our first edition of Friday Yoga for the day. We'll have a second one today at 2:30 p.m. That one will be streaming live on Facebook. Right now, we're streaming live on YouTube, Instagram, and Twitter. So that's pretty fun and exciting. I would encourage you to go to the Zenivate social media channels, give us a like, a follow in there. You'll also be able to see any of the upcoming Zenivate Your Week experiences that we might be having. But for now, let's go ahead and jump in with Heather. Heather has been teaching yoga for the past 11 years, focusing on yoga for trauma recovery, and regularly teaches for nonprofits. She has 2 kids and loves the outdoors and loves to travel. Heather practices and lives in Reno, Nevada. Heather, take it away for us.
Thank you, Sean. Welcome everybody to Friday Yoga. Excited to do some movement with you and head into the weekend. So let's go ahead and get started. You can have a seat on your mat, or if it's comfortable on your knees, maybe try sitting on those knees. You can do hips on the heels, or maybe even up tall like this. But again, just pay attention to those knees. If that's not comfortable, you can just have a seat directly on your mat. So as you find your space, let's take a few shoulder rolls, lifting them up towards the ears and down and back. Just a couple circles here as we roll out those shoulders. Beginning to notice your breath as you move. And breath is what can anchor you to your practice or just keep you in the moment. One more circle here, allowing those shoulders to roll down and back, just keeping them nice and soft right there as they are. Now you can bring your hands to the tops of your legs or maybe to your knees if you're seated with those legs crossed. And let's do a few seated cat and cows as we wake up through the spine, get the back moving a little bit after sitting already this morning. So maybe as you breathe in, we lift the heart forward, that roll of shoulders back and down, and try turning your gaze up towards the ceiling as well. So you find a little arc through the mid back here. So we inhale as we lift, and then on the exhale, we're gonna round through the spine, bringing the chin towards the chest, allow the shoulders to drop, and drawing the belly in. Now you can stay any direction here if that feels good, or you can move with your breath. So as you inhale, we lift the chest forward, reach it up towards the ceiling, shoulders draw down the back, and exhale as we round. Chin towards the chest, belly draws in, and just move a few times each direction. See if you can even move into those hips as well, whether you're seated or on your knees. Maybe when you inhale, those hips tilt forward, and as you exhale, those hips draw back in. Let's go 2 more times each direction, or if you're just staying and holding, 2 more breaths. Just starting to get the blood moving throughout the torso, around the spinal cord, through the belly. And then go ahead and come back to center. Finding a nice tall spine here. On our breath in, we're going to reach these arms out and up. Connecting those hands at the top, and then exhaling your hands down to your heart center. Now let's bring these hands behind the body and just interlace those fingers. We're going to draw those shoulders back and down. Lifting tall through the crown of the head, and on the breath out, let's bring the head over towards the right shoulder, or the ear over towards the right shoulder. Getting a little stretch through the side neck, through the upper shoulder here. And then inhaling the head back up through center, exhaling over towards the left shoulder. Dropping the ear, lifting the chin. Inhaling up to center, and on the exhale, we're going to bring that chin straight down towards the center of the chest. Softening through the front of the shoulders here, and just send your awareness to the back of the neck. We hold a lot of tightness and tension there. So just take a few breaths here. Let's do 3 breaths. As you breathe in, think about the breath filling that space through the back of the neck. And then as you breathe out, allowing it to soften, the shoulders to relax. And then on your inhale, we'll turn that gaze forward and up. Releasing those hands, maybe roll up those wrists a few times, and then we're going to come up onto our feet. So go ahead and make your way up to standing nice and slow. Finding space on your mat, on your floor, wherever you are. If you were on the tops of those feet, maybe roll out those ankles a few times as well. Just one at a time, or you can just shake them out. Okay. Coming back to center, connecting both feet with the floor, really grounding down into those feet, like you're trying to press the floor away from you. Inhale as we lift off through the crown of the head, and exhale, softening the shoulders. On our breath in, let's reach those arms out and up. Let's keep that right arm lifted. The left arm is going to reach down towards the floor. So as we breathe in, you're going to reach up like you're trying to touch the ceiling. As you breathe out, try to reach down like you're trying to touch the floor. So reaching in two directions. Try to keep the lower belly engaged here, nice and strong. Maybe even engage those thighs. One more breath. Turning that gaze up with the hand. And then exhale, releasing that arm. Inhale, opposite arm lifts. Reaching up towards the ceiling, down towards the floor. Try to soften, even though you're reaching through this upper arm, see if you can drop that shoulder. One more full breath here, grounding down into both of those feet. Maybe look up at the hand. And then let's bring both arms up. As we inhale, we're gonna reach your right arm up towards the ceiling, and exhale, release. Inhale, left arm reaches up. Exhale, release. A few times each side. Just reaching one hand at a time. I know you can't see my hands, but you can see my shoulders as one lifts up and then the other. And as we keep the core engaged, just kind of notice if you can feel through the torso, through the sides. As you lift, starting to open up those muscles that help with our breath, which will enable you to breathe a little more fully. One more time each side. And then inhale, both arms lift, and exhale, let's swan dive down. Hinging at your hips, bending those knees, coming into a forward fold. Anytime we fold forward, keeping a little bend in those knees, let's untuck the head, dropping the chin towards the chest, and a few times just moving that head side to side. Shaking it no, nodding it yes. Again, trying to release some of that tension, that tightness that builds up so quickly in our shoulders and our neck. All right, deep bend in those knees, grounding down into those toes. Very slowly, make your way up to standing, bringing those arms with you. And exhaling hands to your heart center. Now we're going to move with our breath. So as we breathe in, we're going to reach those arms out and up. As we breathe out, swan dive down, finding your forward fold. Remember, bending those knees. Inhale, we're going to lift halfway up. Maybe bring your hands to your legs for support. Try drawing those shoulders back and down, finding a nice long spine. Reaching back through the tailbone, forward through the crown of the head. One more breath here. And then on the breath out, we're going to keep the spine as it is, but we're going to reach these arms back along our sides. We call this airplane arms. So palms facing down, fingertips reaching back, crown of the head reaching forward. Here is really important, engage that lower belly. One more breath here. And then on the exhale, we're going to drop the hips, bend the knees, and sweep those arms forward up into a chair. Peeking down, see if you can see those toes. Weights back in those heels. Arms reaching forward and up. And then inhale, go ahead and lift all the way up. And exhale, hands to your heart center. So we're going to move through 3 times through that little flow, warming up the whole body. So inhaling, arms reach out and up. Exhaling, swan dive down, forward fold. Inhaling, halfway lift. Exhaling, airplane arms. Inhale, forward to your chair. Exhale, drop those hips a little more. Inhale, arms up. And exhale, hands to your heart. Try to move one movement per breath. Inhale, arms lift. Exhale, swan dive down. Try to lead with the heart. Inhale, lift through the back of the heart, halfway lift. Exhaling, airplane arms, fingertips reach back. Inhale, forward to your chair. Exhale, dropping those hips a little deeper. And then inhale all the way up. Maybe look up at those hands. And exhale, hands to your heart. One more time with your breath. Inhale, reaching out and up. Exhale, swan dive down. Inhaling, halfway lift. Exhaling, airplane arms. Inhale, forward to your chair. Exhale, drop those hips. Inhale, arms all the way up. And exhale, let's just sigh it out through the mouth. Releasing those arms. Shake it all out. Okay, coming back to the front of your mat, let's bring those hands to our heart center. And let's step our left foot to the back. Turn your left foot out towards the side of your mat. Right toes, right knee pointing straight ahead. Making your way into your warrior one. find a pause here for a moment. Let's find our breath. And check in with the body, grounding down evenly into both of those feet. It's really easy for that front foot, that front leg to take over. So see if we can use that back leg to help balance out those legs, balance out the weight here. As we press into the outer edge of that back foot, we engage that back thigh, engage the glute, and lift up nice and tall. Try to keep your shoulders right above your hips. One more full breath here. Just kind of notice how you are breathing. And then on our inhale, let's reach these arms up. Inhale up nice and tall through those fingertips. We're keeping this front knee bent. Then as we breathe out, we're going to bring these hands back behind us, and we're slowly just going to tilt or hinge forward at the hips. Just like you're going to get ready to take off here. So fingertips reach back just like we did our airplane arms, but maybe our palms face the torso, so they're facing towards one another. A little hinge of the hips, crown of the head reaching forward. And then inhale, grounding down into that front foot. Let's lift all the way up. And exhale, hinging at the hips, hands reach back behind you. Inhale, lift. Ground down into that back leg, back foot. Exhale, hinging forward. One more time. Inhale as you lift. Exhale, and hands reach back. And then go ahead and make your way back up, bringing those hands to your heart center. And slowly lower both hands to the floor. Releasing that back heel from the floor. So that knee is lifted, and we're going to step this front foot back, lifting those hips up high into your downward dog. Now feel free to walk out those heels a few times. Take a few breaths here, move around through the shoulders, through the hips. Just creating that space that feels comfortable for you. One more full breath here, lifting those hips up high, grounding down into those fingertips. And then on an inhale, shifting your weight forward into your plank. Lower into both knees, exhaling, untucking those toes, elbows bend, and slowly lower all the way down to the chest and belly. Inhaling as we lift the heart into your cobra. You can be